Hey everyone, Mitch coming in for the Commander Score Studio. Welcome to the show, and welcome to another episode of what I'm calling Should You Buy It? Basically, a series where, well, I like to make sure that players, if they are going to be making certain purchases or thinking of making certain purchases, that they are educated and that they understand, the potential value of that product that they're buying. Again, I like to get the most bang for my buck when it comes to, building decks, and building budget-friendly decks that I can, buy and play, that aren't going to break my bank. So I want to make sure that players, again, are aware kind of the value of things that they are buying as well, even if it's products that I personally am not buying myself. So yeah, basically on these episodes, I'm just breaking down, the cards, the value essentially, and yeah, let's just jump into it. With a new Secret Lair. Yes, another Secret Lair. My goodness, Wizards. There are a ton this year already. But this one is on Transformers. I know there's some Transformers fans out there that might be excited about this one. So I just want to make sure that you're getting the information, again, before you make a decision. So with these Secret Lairs, apparently there are going to be 3 of them. And basically, they range from 3 cards. I believe one has 6 and one has 5. And we'll talk about the kind of different ones. The first one is going to be, I believe, Transformers Optimus Prime versus Megatron. This one obviously has Optimus Prime and Megatron in another card. As you can see on the screen, Megatron is actually Blightsteel Colossus reskinned. 11/11, Trample, Infect, Indestructible, cost 12 mana. If it'd be put in grave for anywhere, you shuffle it. And yeah, this obviously is a commander, not a commander staple, I wouldn't say, but definitely kind of a boogeyman in commander in certain games where, yeah, it comes down and it is definitely, a very threatening card, one that can take players out quite quickly again, because, yeah, Infect, 12 or so, 11 power with Infect, that can take a player out in one shot. And we'll get to the exact valuation here after we get to the cards. Yeah, and I believe it looks like there's a front and back side, the vehicle and non-vehicle versions. The Allspark is going to be doubling cube, so yeah, another artifact that is quite pricey. Pay 3, tap double the amount of type of each unspent mana you have. Yeah, doubling up your mana can be very powerful, especially in certain decks out there. And then we've got Optimus Prime, of course, which is basically the opposite of, Blightsteel Colossus, but kind of like the cousin, brother, whatever, Blightsteel Colossus. Trample, Indestructible, 11 for 11. So yeah, 1 less mana, does not have Infect. Yeah, again, a card that can definitely make an impact in a game like Commander, and there's the back version as well. When it comes to the actual pricing on these cards and kind of how much the actual Secret Lair is providing you with value, I believe, and I'll double check here in a bit, but I believe that these Secret Lairs are $29.99 for the non-foil versions, $39.99 for the foil versions. I'm basically just going to break down kind of the pricing of, non-foil, essentially. The lowest price for each of these cards just in the wild, essentially, currently. Darksteel Colossus, let's tackle that one first. And actually, it looks like a Secret Lair version is the lowest priced version of this at $9. So, and that's not a bad price for a card. I mean, obviously that, not a bad price for a card when it comes to the amount of value that you're getting out of a Secret Lair. That is much outside of my budget when it comes to buying, individual cards. But yeah, Darksteel Colossus, as you can see, again, with it being an actual Secret Lair version, you're not always guaranteed, to get like the most value out of a card. A Secret Lair version might be less than the actual other versions, as you can see, 9, 11, 13, depending on, where you're getting it from. What version you're getting. But yeah, basically, $9, out of, $29.99, that's a third of the price. Where this one really makes up for it, though, is going to be Blightsteel Colossus, obviously, a $60 card. So yeah, this card is quite expensive. And yeah, it very well, if you are looking to add it to a commander deck, it might be cheaper for you to just get this Secret Lair. If you're really looking to get a Blightsteel Colossus, I don't know if, the price, probably Blightsteel Colossus won't drop all that much with the Secret Lair coming out, most likely. Again, I'm not an expert in finance, but yeah, basically, it's not going to drop all that much. So yeah, instead of spending $60 on one, you might be able to get it for, a lower price by buying this Secret Lair potentially. As you can see, again, there's a decent amount of printings of Blightsteel Colossus, ranging from, 62 to 106, depending on, the treatment of it. But yeah. Basically, that's where a good portion of this value from the Secret Lair is in that Blightsteel Colossus Megatron. Doubling Cube, another a $15 card, essentially right now. And yeah, a decent amount of value, again, for a card in a Secret Lair. You're only getting 3 cards in this Secret Lair. but each of them are a decent amount of money, especially Blightsteel. So yeah, I mean, the total value, as you can see on here, is going to be like $85.51 is what the estimated value of, again, just those cards are. And again, when it comes to Secret Lairs, depending on the demand for them and the demand for the cards afterwards, they might be worth different amounts. I mean, you very well could, purchase the Secret Lair, sell off a card that you don't want potentially, and be able to maybe even get your money back on that. Again, it's obviously not a promise on that kind of stuff, but it looks like this Secret Lair itself does provide a good amount of value. And again, it's just kind of interesting in how they broke these down. Because next up, we've got the next one, which is, let me find the name real quick. We've got Roll Out or Rise Up. We got True Conviction as the first card in here. Decent for, decks that like to go wide. Essentially, creatures you control have double strike and lifelink, or, go tall, actually, too. It depends on the deck. Double strike, obviously, can help your creatures hit twice as hard. Lifelink helps you gain some life, which is nice. Dramatic Reversal, it's always interesting with these Secret Lairs that do have, obviously all the rare symbol, essentially. But yeah, Dramatic Reversal is an uncommon. Untap on online permanent you control, famously combos with Icecrown Scepter. Then we've got Fabricate. Fabricate says search a library for an artifact card, reveal, put in your hand, then shuffle. Very powerful tutor, essentially. We got Collective Brutality. This one sees a bit more play in other formats. Discard a card for escalating it. Choose one or more. Target opponent reveals their hand. You may choose an instant sorcery from it. They discard it. Target creature gets -2/-2 until end turn. Target opponent loses life. You gain 2 life. Then we've got By Force, which again is kind of funny just to see the rare symbol on this because this is uncommon. Destroy X target artifacts. Yeah, so in a game of Commander, if you're trying to get rid of a lot of artifacts, including mana rocks, can be a good one to do that. Greater Good, a good sacrifice outlet. Sacrifice creature, draw cards equals sacrifice creature's power, then discard 3 cards. So yeah, a very good sacrifice outlet, very good free sacrifice outlet. Definitely used to be more expensive. Saw some reprints again the past couple of years, so it's dropped its price a little bit. When it comes to the amount of value that you're getting out of this one, as you can see just at the total right now, $15.98. So even though this one does have more cards, obviously the cards are more reasonably priced on the secondary market. So yeah, you're not going to be getting nearly as much value out of this Secret Lair compared to the other one. I mean, just the kind of average calculation, $70 essentially is going to be the difference just at the base level of these cards. And again, the Secret Lair versions might be more expensive. Obviously, that's not guaranteed. It might be less expensive. You never know. By Force, 82 cents. Collective Brutality, $2.82. Fabricate, $5.66. I actually forgot that one was uncommon, but still, yeah, very expensive for an uncommon. Dramatic Reversal, only 64 cents. Greater Good, $2.52. True Conviction, $3.52. So yeah, it just depends. But yeah, again, overall, just $15.98 for this one compared to the price that you're paying, $29.99 for the Secret Lair. Obviously, when it comes to just a math evaluation of that, not going to be worth it. If again you're just trying to say, okay, I want to get the most bang for my buck out of this one, the other one is going to be more worth it. Obviously, I should say that these kind of products, that are kind of just, if your favorite card is Dramatic Reversal or True Conviction, and you really want that version of it, I mean, you could just buy probably the secondary or off the secondary market when these finally come out. Or if you really just want the Secret Lair, and you can afford it, and you don't care about the actual valuation, that's fine. I'm just trying to give again that perspective of this is how much the value might potentially be in there. The last one is always a tough one because Wizard seems to be doing these more and more lately. But we've got 5 different lands, and this one is called One Shall Stand. And this could be 5 different lands, 5 basic lands essentially. So we've got plains, so and just nice full art treatment on all these. Island, swamp, mountain, and forest. And yeah, basically, yeah, just different art treatments for these. And it's very hard to evaluate, these and basically say like, okay, how much are they going to be worth? Because it definitely varies. And when it comes to actually, basic lands, I mean, obviously basic lands are very budget friendly. I mean, you can go get, bulk basic lands for like, $20 for a ton of them. I mean, on average, they're like, 5 cents a piece essentially. So yeah, if you actually just use that evaluation and said, okay, 5 basic lands I'm paying $30 for, essentially 25 cents worth of product, maybe not even that. But when it comes to these Secret Lairs, we do have some history on them because there are quite a few Secret Lairs that actually have done these kinds of basics. So we can kind of see just about how much they are worth. This Secret Lair, which is, I believe, what one is this? Regardless, this is, I think this is Fortnite. This is the Fortnite Secret Lair, one of the drops that had basic lands. And as you can see, I mean, obviously, again, basic lands are very cheap. 5 cents for a basic mountain, but the mountain version of Fortnite is $9. The swamp version is also around $9. The island is $8.76. The plains is $8.64, and the forest is $6.17. Again, why are these different versions? These prices. No idea. It's completely based on the secondary market and demand and how much people, like the art of certain ones, or, maybe again with a game like this, people like, certain locations in there, just want to build around that. So yeah, as you can see, I mean, obviously if this was $30 in total, I mean, we've got what, like 9, 9, 8, 8, and 6. That's quick math, like $38 or so, or something like that. So yeah, I mean, slightly above the actual price that you paid. When it comes to another one, I mean, we get these Godzilla lands of $16, $14, $14, 11, and 9. So this one's more around like 55 or so. I mean, I'm just doing quick math in my head, but so yeah, it's this one again. If it's $30, you're getting a bit more out of that. When it comes to the Kaldheim lands, these actually went for a little bit more even. $23 for the swamp, 11. 9, and then 9 and 7 for the plains. So yeah, I mean, when it comes to, again, the basic lands are really, really tough to actually kind of evaluate and be like, yeah, they're going to be worth this much. I mean, they could be worth, more, they could be worth less. With a lot of ones we've seen so far, they are more. When we get into the actual, one that does not kind of bring back a lot of value, though, I believe this is the like League of Legends one essentially, but $1, $1, less than $1, 70 cents, and 66 cents for those lands. So yeah, definitely not get your money back out of that one. So yeah, it just really depends. The Pixel one you can see as well, 16, 13, 7, 7 and 4 essentially. So yeah, I mean, it's a really high variable when it comes to the actual basic lands ones. So I don't think there's any kind of recommendation that could be made based on like evaluations of those and being like, yeah, they're going to be worth around this much or this much. I mean, I think you can get a better gauge on the other two. So yeah, if you like the lands and you've got the budget for it and you want that secret lair, sure, go for it. But you can't be saying oh, it's going to be a good financial investment for me to go do that, or like, oh, I'll buy them, I'll sell one off, I'll pay for most of it. No, I would say that again, when it comes to the actual value of the secret lairs, obviously most of the value is in that first one. With Dark Steel Colossus, Blight Steel Colossus, and Doubling Cube. But yeah, there is some value obviously in the next one, but not as much as you're putting into it. And for the basic lands, again, it just depends. It really depends, and that one's really hard to kind of evaluate. So yeah, I hope you all found that to be helpful. Again, a more kind of objective way of looking at a new product and saying, okay, this product might not be for me, but if you are interested in it, is it a good, sound decision to potentially buy it? If you are interested in it, how much value might you be getting out of it? And again, kind of just actually looking at the numbers themselves and saying, hey, does this make sense or does this not make sense? So yeah, hope you enjoyed this episode. Let me know what your thoughts are about it in the comments below. And of course, as always, thanks again and have a good one. This show and episodes like this one are possible thanks to viewers like you. If you're looking for an easy way to help support this show, make sure that you like, share, and subscribe. Also, hit that bell notification icon so you don't miss any new episodes. You can also go check out our playmats and other merchandise at thecommandersquarters.com. We also have a ton of brand new t-shirt designs in stock, so make sure you check out those as well. Another easy way to support this show is with our TCG Player affiliate links. So whether you're buying a deck or individual cards, you can use this general link right here or one in the description. And the final way that you can support this show is by supporting us directly by becoming a patron. There are many benefits to being a patron, and I truly couldn't do this without all of their support.